I've had this story sitting on my heart for a while now, and I wanted to share it with you at some point, and I just kept putting it off. It's a bit soul crushing. It was a really hard experience I went through, but I thought, you know what better time than now? Hi, my name is Lauren O'Connell and I am the skincare stylist. Welcome. So about 4 years ago, I started a beauty themed Instagram account. And up until that point, I never really channelized my creative energies, my passion into anything. I always kind of did what I thought everyone else wanted me to do, and I just never followed my heart. I have degrees in the sciences and all these other things going on, but the thing that I love the most, beauty, skincare, ingredients, I wasn't doing anything with that. So I started this Instagram account, and back then the Instagram algorithm was so generous. So it started to grow quite quickly, and it made me feel good, and it just gave me this outlet. About a year into Instagramming, there was a competition, and it was to be a spokesmodel for a company that was featuring different products every month. So I really wanted to sign up for it, but at that point, my confidence level just in general was quite low, and I was full of self-doubt, and I thought, oh, they'll never choose me, I'm not going to do it. And then a couple different friends who didn't know each other, they all texted me and said, you have to do it, you have to do it. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just break myself out of this horrible cycle I'm in of just constantly putting myself down. I'm just going to go for it. And I did. I did all these steps and I got it. I couldn't believe it. Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe I was getting acknowledged for my passion, and it gave me such a boost to my self-esteem and my ego. So I was thrilled. And to be honest with you, in the beginning, there were a few red flags, but I completely ignored them because I just wanted this to work out. Finally, I felt like I was getting towards that right path in my life, the path I was always meant to be on. So at first, it was great. We would get the different products. I would promote them in my socials. There were wonderful events, and I was thrilled. Until it wasn't so great, because one month I found out that the product to be promoted was a skin whitening cream or face wash. I can't remember. It was some sort of skin whitening, skin bleaching product. And that is something I am so against. I actually have always said to my girlfriends, oh, if I looked like you, I would be wearing booty shorts and crop tops every single day, because so many of them have just the most gorgeous tanned complexions, and I always just love it. And how could I ever promote a skin whitening product and then have them see that? Even if no one did see it, I still wouldn't do it. So I knew that I wasn't going to do this. I knew this wasn't going to work out, but at the same time, I had signed a contract, and what was I going to do? I basically had two paths I could go on, two different ways, and I made my decision. So I sent the CEO of the company a message, and I said, I just want to let you know that this month's choices go against my personal beliefs, and I won't be promoting them. And the message was much longer than that, and it was much more detailed, but that was the gist of it. I have to say that in my life and just the way I perceived life, I never had exerted my boundaries before. That was the first time. Truly, in my life, I exerted boundaries. And I stood up for my integrity. I stood up for my beliefs. It was a big step for me. It might sound silly, but that was huge for me. So I sent the message, and within a week, I was blocked from the social media accounts, and I received an email back that was horribly worded, full of grammatical errors, that was so dismissive of all the work I had done, and it basically said, we don't need you anymore. And that was the end of it. I didn't hear anything else. And I was crushed. I was absolutely crushed, and I had just wrapped so much of my identity into this company, which is crazy in retrospect, but at the time it just meant so much to me. And they didn't want me anymore. The company was still having parties, and so many other bloggers and everyone I knew were going to them, and I would be home, and it was a terrible, terrible feeling. Not so much that I was missing out, but just, I guess that I exerted my boundaries and it just slapped me in the face. But all the while I knew I did the right thing. And I knew that I would never work with or promote a company that did skin whitening or were advertising a skin whitening product. So that was a really tough time in my life, and it was really hard for me to mentally come out of that. But I did, and I came out so much stronger. So I have to say, with the current climate and everything going on in the world, I want you to know that if you ever subscribe to my channel, if you come here to watch videos, if you suggest my channel to your friends, your family members, your daughter, whoever, this is a channel where all skin colors are welcomed and loved, and no matter what you look like, the thought behind everything I do is that you're already beautiful, and we're just going to use the right skincare, the right cosmetics to enhance what you naturally have. So with that being said, before I start tearing up, please, by all means, why don't you start off with my playlist of Lauren's Perfect Skincare recipe, and you can start following some of my favorite, I can't even think right now, sorry. You can start following some of my morning and skincare routines, see what I like to use, the ingredients in those products, and what they do for the skin.